Last time I tried to beat Pokemon Ultra Fire Red XD with only Blabos variants. This time, I'm going to be trying to beat Pokemon Sapphire with only a Quagsire. As a Pokemon, Wooper and Quagsire are kind of underwhelming in terms of stats, but its move pool is decent and its type is even better, only being weak to grass. Now onto the rules. First, I cannot use any other Pokemon in battle other than Wooper and Quagsire. I will need others to use HMs, but I won't be able to use them in battle. No items in battle, only held items like leftovers, and no glitches or exploits are allowed. I used the Pokemon Randomizer to replace Mudkip with Wooper. This is for some added challenge, because May will have a Sceptile. After receiving my starter, I beat the Poochyena and head to the lab. I name it Whoop, because it can't really be Quag until it evolves. Bashful nature, so neutral stats, that's fine for Gen 3. I expected the fight with May to be horrible, because the only move Whoop has is Water Gun. But I get 2 lucky crits in a row and win. Then I realize that Trico doesn't have grass moves at level 5. After that, I immediately catch 6 Zigzagoon for pickup. I can't use them in battle, but they will be useful later for rare candy farming. Surprisingly, Water Gun is good early on, because it's special, so it ignores all of the attack lowering moves like Growl, which is nice. Something that isn't nice is the plethora of grass and water types you have to fight, which isn't good because my only attacking move is Water Gun. I level up to level 11 and learn Slam, a super inaccurate move, but it's normal type so it's kind of good. I arrive in Rustboro and decide to fight all of the trainers before going into the gym. I level up to level 16 and learn Mudshot, a decent ground move. At least I'm using my far better attack stat. Roxanne was an easy battle. Her Pokemon are all weak to water and ground and could barely hurt me, although her healing nose pass was annoying. But eventually I won. After that, I destroyed the Rocky Grunt to get Pico back and headed to Dewford. I delivered the letter to Steven and went to the gym. Brawler likes to use Bulk Up, which was my demise. His Machop was pretty easy to take down, but it takes us down to half health with Karate Chop. His Makihita comes out and hits us with a boosted arm thrust and kills us, and eats ground. Luckily, I'm 1 level away from evolving, so I evolve my Wooper into Quagsire. Don't worry, I'll rename it. In the process, I learn Amnesia. Hey, at least it's better than Tail Whip. I tried Brawly again and completely destroyed him with Quagsire. Our better stats will make us really strong for the next couple of gyms. When I get to Slateport, I immediately go to the name raider and rename Whoop Quag. It's Quag, do I really need to explain that? I easily sweep the Aqua Grunts at the museum and continue north towards Mauville. I have the rival fight with May first though. Her Whelmer was super easy, but her Grovyle soon takes me down with a few absorbs. Even Quag's higher stats can't protect me from the quad weakness. Next attempt goes better. First I use Amnesia, but Whelmer uses Growl. Whelmer just uses Splash, so 3 Mudshots take it out. It does get a Water Gun in though. Grovyle comes out and absorbs me, but I hit a Slam for half its health. It absorbs me again, as I get taken to half health and miss Slam. Luckily my last Slam crits, so I win. Amnesia kinda helped me there. After arriving in Mauville, I destroy Wally and try the gym. Speaking of that, I completely sweep Watson, despite not healing before fighting him. I predict that the next few areas of the game are going to be easy. After going through the weird looking Meteor Falls, I head up on top of Mount Chimney to try the Archie fight. He leads with Mightyena, so my attack is down the whole fight. I used Mudshot 4 times to take him out after healing, but he gets in some bites. Next out is Golbat. I slam for little damage as he misses Supersonic. He hits it next turn and I miss Slam. My next Slam hits as he wing attacks. He heals the next turn as Water Gun does less than Slam. He wing attacks a few more times, but I take him out. Last is Sharpedo, which goes down to 2 Slams. That was pretty stressful. Next is a Fire Gym. I'm actually feeling quite confident. Maybe it's because my Pokemon has 2 good types against hers. Slugma is actually a pain. She poisons me with Smog because I don't quite take her out. Then she starts healing it, which damages me even more. Eventually I take it out, but she sends in another Slugma, which gets 1 shot. Weird. I level up in the middle of the fight and replace Amnesia with Yawn as she sends in Torkoal. Mudshot and Water Gun take it down, but I almost go down to the poison damage. That was surprisingly stressful for a fire type gym leader. Now, right onto the normal gym. Norman has 2 Slackings, which are beasts, even compared to my decent stats for a single Pokemon in one of these challenges. The Slackings absolutely destroy me many times. They just hit too hard with Facade, and he heals them too much in order for me to get enough hits off. After many attempts, I just decide to grind off all the trainers I haven't fought yet and reach level 42 to learn Earthquake. After about an hour, I get to level 42 and learn Earthquake. It's the last attacking move I learned by level up, but it's very powerful. Attempt number 2. Slacking is out first, but 2 Earthquakes easily take it out. Next is Vigoroth, which gets chipped down despite being healed and getting some hits in. His Ace Slacking just tries to go for Focus Punch, but gets taken down. Getting Earthquake definitely helped out in that fight. I go get the HM for Surf and teach it to Quag. It's leagues better than Water Gun, but still uses special attack. After surfing the Route 119, I head up to the Weather Institute and beat up the Grunts and head over to fight Meg. Numel was super easy to take down with Surf, but Grovyle was scary. It's faster, uses Leaf Blade which nearly takes me out, but luckily Slam one-shots it. Lastly, Wilmer was no problem because of Earthquake. I get to 4 Tree City and get the TM for Hidden Power. I may want to use it if it's Bug or Flying. I save and try to see what my type is. It's Neutral and Absol and Oddish, but super effective on Tropius, so that means it's Rock. I'd rather have Bug, so I go back to my previous save and head into the Fortune Gym to try Winona. She sends out Swella first, which double teams, so I miss Surf. Aerial Ace does nothing, and Surf nearly one-shots, but sadly she heals. Another Surf quickly ends her career though. Next is Pelipper, which uses Protect for some reason, so I yawn to put it to sleep, while she uses Water Gun for little damage. That yawn was useless because I land a critical slam to Okoet. Skarmory comes out next, which nearly goes down to a Surf, but then she heals next turn with the Hyper Potion. The next 2 Surfs take it down though. Now her Ace Altaria is out. She uses Dragon Breath for little damage, while I yawn to put her to sleep next turn. She then uses Dragon Dance for some reason, and falls asleep after my slam does over half. I slam again for the win. I want to go to the department store to get the TM for Blizzard, but May is in the way. I guess I'm fighting her now. It's a total one-shot sweep despite her Grovyle almost taking me out with Leaf Blade. I get the TM for Blizzard and replace Slam. Now I have some real coverage against grass types. I also use my PP ups because it only has 5 base PP. After finishing up at Mount Pyre in the Aqua Hideout, I challenged Tate and Liza. I lose many times because of the disadvantage of being 2-on-1, and my strongest move Earthquake doesn't affect them. I use Rare Candies until Quag is level 60 and try again. It's completely one-sided now because Quag outspeeds at this level and does way more damage. I'm glad I just had to use Rare Candies instead of grinding. I get the HM for Dive and head into Team Aqua's Seafloor Cavern to fight Archie. It's a total sweep despite Medi and his Intimidate. I honestly expected to have some hurdle in this fight, but I guess not. I go to Sotopla City to help Steven by going into the Cave of Origin 2. Destroy Kyogre with Earthquake and stop the apocalypse! I go to the gym and fight Wallace. It's basically the same as Archie. He got totally swept by Quag, and only gotten a weak Ice Beam from his Milotic. Didn't expect it to be that easy. I make it through Victory Road and challenge Wally. I honestly didn't expect him to be a pushover either. Maybe Quag is just that good of a Pokemon. Well, this challenge is boring. I still have the Elite Four to fight, so let's do this. Before I do though, I'm sick of Blizzard missing, so I go to the abandoned ship and get the TM for Ice Beam. Sydney was pretty easy. First is Mightyena, which intimidates me, but quickly goes down to a critical Surf. Next, Cacturne gets one-shot by Ice Beam, and Sharpedo gets in a weak Surf before Earthquake destroys it. Absol tries for a Snatch, but lives Surf and heals with its berry. He slashes Quag, but gets taken out. Shiftry comes out, double teams, and survives Ice Beam somehow. Sydney full restores it, and my Ice Beam misses, which makes Quag take damage from Extra Sensory. I Ice Beam again, it hangs on and heals. Luckily Ice Beam is in a damage range, so I end up beating him. Next is Phoebe. She was annoying because I lost many attempts due to Dusclops' curses, but I did get a good attempt. I Earthquake her Dusclops right off the bat, which almost kills it, but then she confuses me with Confuse Ray. She then uses a full restore while I Surf for half of her health. I got unlucky and hit myself, but she just uses Future Sight. The following Surf takes it out. Next is Banette, which drops to a critical Earthquake. Future Sight attack hits me for almost nothing as Sableye comes in. One Earthquake takes it out though. Her second Bennett comes in and drops to another Earthquake. Her final Dusclops is out and Earthquake doesn't quite take it out. But her Shadow Ball does nothing, and her Berry puts her out of healing range, so the next Earthquake wins us the fight. Now for Ice Trainer Glacia. And I kept on losing because of bad luck with damage rolls and stuff, so I decided to use the last of my rare candies, so the damage ranges don't matter. After that, I essentially swept her despite being hit by a bunch of attacks. It's amazing how 2 levels can change the battle like that. Next is Dragon Trainer Drake, and it's a total sweep with Ice Beam, even though Altaria paralyzed me with Dragon Breath. I'm so glad I went back and got the TM. Blizzard would miss nearly every time and I wouldn't have the PP to make it through. Now for Champion Steven. Skarmory and Aggron go down no problem, but Credilli has Giga Drain, which destroys me every single attempt for a long while. Finally, I get this attempt. Skarmory comes out and uses spikes, but goes down in 2 surfs. Aggron dies to 1 Earthquake. Credilli comes out and flinches due to my King's Rock, and goes down to an Ice Beam. Finally, an attempt that deals with Credilli. Next out is Clayton? I guess that's Claydol. I don't know why it autocorrected to that. Which reflects, so I surf it down. Eventually, because Steven is obsessed with full restoring this thing to keep it alive. Eventually it goes for an Earthquake, which gets a critical hit, which I'm scared about because Metagross hits hard. It comes out, uses Psychic for decent damage, but Quag takes it down in 1 Earthquake. His last Pokemon, Armaldo, is out, which just goes down to 1 Surf. Oh my god, that Steven fight was stressful. But there were some instances where it was super easy. So what am I going to do next? I'm thinking either Pokemon Black 2 with only status moves, or Pikmin 2 with no Piclopedia entries. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.